Welcome to your daily focus for April the 24th, 2019. My name is Telly. This is Tarot with Telly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive. That was the magician that tried to jump out there. All the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. The magician. What have you been working so hard towards? Imagine it. Imagine the success, the happiness, the joy. Recognize your commitment, your endurance, your patience. Wishes do come true when the magician appears. So what do we have? We have the sun in Taurus. We have the moon now in Capricorn. Well, we're probably a little bit more serious today. It's a very earthy, grounded energy, but a little fixed, right? Taurus, the sun in Taurus. We want our comfort. We want our security. We don't want to step outside the box, right? We don't want to color outside the lines. And Capricorn's there's a lot happening in Capricorn, isn't there? Pluto goes retrograde today. Saturn is almost come right up now. Now Pluto is going retrograde, but next week Saturn will go retrograde, so start moving away from Pluto. And they do this dance in the sky the entire year. It's such a strong energy, and the South Node is right in the middle of it all. I don't want to tell you what it is. It's the Tower. This came up in the weekly readings, and I kind of held my breath each and every time. It was like, uh-oh, here comes some transformation we weren't ready for. And it could very well be something that we are aware of, and we have put on the back burner, and we have ignored it, and we hoped it would go away. And we knew we had to deal with it if we were being truthful with ourselves, but we didn't. And so the Tower comes in. Many times it's just about, sometimes it's about ending a struggle. Actually releasing you from something that you have been attached to, some attachment, or where you felt you needed to keep control, or have some control. Now, know that when the Tower card comes out, the Tower card is not here to ruin anyone's life. The Tower card comes in to remove something that is necessary to put you in front of your dreams, your hopes, your goals, your wishes. And sometimes, many times, when the Tower is acting, we don't see it as that. We may look back in a couple of days, a couple of years, a couple of lifetimes and go, thank goodness that happened to me. But at the time, sometimes it definitely does not feel that way. And so the Tower is here telling us that we need to tear down those walls, is looking fear in the eye. Now, Pluto going retrograde, I do love when Pluto goes retrograde, because it makes us look within and recognize the warrior within us. And it brings out our commitment, our discipline, our want and need for the goal, for the success. So when we take control, when we know it's kind of Tower-like energy, and we take control of the situation, it usually goes quite smoothly. But it does allow some kind of major transformation. Weren't the cards powerful this week? My goodness. And here we have it. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. It might not be so easy to tap into your intuition. The veil's a little thicker. I don't usually say that, but the veil's a little thicker. So if you are doing any kind of meditation or prayer, reflection, Make it a little bit more formal today to raise the energy. So light a candle, put some gems out, some stones out, sage, smudge, sweetgrass. Dim the lights, light the candles. Put on some kind of music or background. Maybe you like the singing bowls, maybe you like the drums, maybe you like hearing a waterfall or birds in nature or some classical music. Something to allow you to really enter the the sense of the reflection or the meditation that you want to tap into. This is a very beautiful card about new beginnings. And when this card shows up, the teacher or the mentor appears. The student is ready. Maybe we have to aggressively look today in order to see them. Or maybe we need to listen to somebody if we are that sage, that teacher, that mentor that they are seeking, depending on your path. And really, attach yourself to your goals, your dreams, where you want to be in 6 months, a year, 5 years, 20 years. And give it the time it deserves. And I think with the tower, that's kind of a hectic kind of energy. Something throws us off our game, something takes us out of routine. So it might not be as easy to accomplish this today. I think we have to be we have to be very proactive and work it into our lifestyle for the day in some way. The 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups. Are we concentrating on the negative rather than the positive? Are we seeing the flaws and the faults instead of the wonderment and the magic and the talents and the abilities? Do you see what has failed and not come together, or do you see the chance to go forward? To fill those cups behind you with any possibility you want. I get a bit of a sadness here. I'll be honest. I get a little bit of a sadness. Um, we may not like the answers. Our angels, our spirit guides, God, our intuition sends us. Looking at the truth. And it might bring it's a beautiful time to heal. I mean, Venus is going over Chiron, right? That's still a conjunction. So when Venus is with Chiron like that, yes, it may bring out some insecurities. It may be bringing out some fears, but this is definitely a time to look at those insecurities and fears and embrace them and accept them and heal from them. So there's great healing that can be had here today if we listen, and then we don't argue, right? People say well, my intuition, it strays me off the course all the time. But what happens is we ask a question and we hear an answer and we go, ugh, I don't want to do that. No. Something else perhaps. You can't barter. If you ask the question and you get the answer, then you have to accept the answer as they accepted the question. Because eventually our ego goes, oh, well, we got to come up with something here. How about this? And we go, oh, I could do that. And then you do that, and nothing happens. And you go, what happened there? So just go with the first thing you hear. Let's get I'm jabbering tonight, aren't I? Okay. Somebody needs to hear that, though. Your angels and guides are working overtime for you. Laughter, 47. That's an 11 energy. Laughter. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Your spirit will support your desires and manifestations. The ability to create or destroy has always been within your skill base. You have the wisdom and confidence needed to use these skills constructively. Now is the time to act. If you know what it is you want to accomplish and why. So the plan. The plan has been with us since Christmas time, for goodness sakes. Since the powers of transformation are at your command, change your desires into objectives, your thoughts into actions, your goals into achievements. If you have recently met with failure, know that you can change your failure even into the success you want it to be. The only limits you have are those you impose upon yourself. And remember, I was just talking about, that Taurus fixed energy where we don't want to color outside the lines. And yet we need to push ourselves a little bit outside the lines. And turn those dreams into realities. Over the next several months, we'll be having quite a few conversations with our inner warrior and noticing it and bringing out the inner warrior, learning how to bring out your inner warrior, to stand in your truth, to go after your goals and dreams. Our animal is, look at this, the horse is back, freedom. Freedom, transformation, free spirit, move, and courage. The secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. Horus has a powerful message to share with you in regards of your time of transformation and newfound freedoms. Sometimes it's easier to just sit in your fuzzy PJs and hope that life will change, and yet you continue to allow yourself to be shackled away from your true spirit and your soul. However, Horus tells you that it's time to dream big. It's time to color outside the lines. It may be time to make changes within your current relationships, whether romantic or platonic, or it could be that you feel stifled by your current career choices. Freedom doesn't mean that you have to give up your entire life. It means you have to allow yourself to disconnect from the anchors tied around you. It takes courage, but the end result will be a positive one. Spend some time in nature, taking in the feeling of the wind in your hair. Breathe in nature's goodness and just be. Just a few moments of solitude each day can allow your soul to reboot and clear itself from life's toxicities, freeing it in order to see the proper path. So maybe that's all the tower is representing, is that we just need to cleanse. We need to allow ourselves healing. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to meet that inner warrior within us that's going to take us to the next level of our path. And Horus could also mean that it is time for you to move house locations into the country, or maybe just get out in the country, or put on a video of the country. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.